Okay.
Then we have to continue. Okay. Well, welcome everyone. Like Katie said, happy June. It's crazy that we are finally into summer. It's going to fly by. So hang on. We got a lot of stuff going on. We have, well, welcome to all the new reps on the team. Anybody brand new, first time on the call tonight? Raise your hand. Anybody? Trying to look at everybody. No new ones, no new ones on the call. I'm sure we'll have some more people hopping on here. But tonight we have actually a lot to cover. I'm going to talk a little bit about the promos that are going on, and then Katie's going to talk about the Power Hour. And then we are also going to talk about a new strategy we're going to try out for our Discover Zaya or opportunity call. So we're going to go ahead and get started. But first of all, congrats to those girls who have already earned the Birkenstocks for the Sandals for Summit promo. It looks like there was 5 of you that emailed the Zion via email and then submitted the Google form. So if you rank advanced to, let's see, senior or director to senior director to executive or above, make sure that you email our, what is it, Katie, again? Is it just onfaya.at
gmail.com.
gmail.com? Okay. And those of you that had submitted that form, your Berks are already on their way. So I have my little assistant home with me this summer. It's so nice that she is already on top of that. So they should be coming in the mail. So congrats to you ladies. So as far as that promo goes, we are running it. We are running it in May, June, and July, leading up to Summit. So you had to, let's see, rank advance from senior rep to director. You get the EVA Birkenstocks, director to senior director are the EVA Birkenstocks. Those are the waterproof ones. I just wore mine to Mexico and they are great for the sand. Senior director to executive and above, you're going to earn the leather Birkenstocks. And if you are already a double Zaya exec, you need to be paid at that 2 out of the 3 months to earn the Birkenstocks. So that is that for the promo that we are running for you guys here. Zaya has a lot going on this month. It's like a little overwhelming. So they're giving away every week. Yeah, every week they're giving away 25,000 in giveaways. If you, let's see, to be entered in the weekly drawing, you must have closed one party and earned 500 PV during that week qualifying period. So, and I think they go from Monday to the following, or no, they run from Tuesday to the following Monday. So today would be the first qualifying period. So there's that going on. And then they also have, this is something they've never, I don't think I remember them doing this before with the bonuses for enrollments like this. So for, if you enroll a new teammate, they're going to give you $50 bonus to 125, 3, 225, 4, $350, and 5 plus $500, you guys. That's some awesome bonus money. So just really shoot if you have people, and we're going to talk about this a little bit later, giving you some strategies for the next Discover Zaya call. But you definitely need to follow up with those people that said not yet, because this is a big month. And then also they're running a special for party host rewards, which is, this is also something brand new they've never done before. So if you have a party that closes within, Katie and I were just discussing this, pretty sure it's within that week, the party has to close, and it's $1,000. It's not that it starts it has to close that week. You will get, like this week was the lilac bomber jacket, which is absolutely adorable. And then if you have a $2,000 party, you get that free item, plus you get a $75 gift card. So tomorrow there'll be a new special hostess reward item. So that is super fun. So that is a great incentive to get people to host in June. Definitely follow up with customers and even previous party hosts. Put it out there, talk about it in your stories, because this is fun. This is something new that they've never done before. So you can definitely use that angle to get people to host with you, because I know in the summer it's really hard. People are busy. But even if you say, let's just do a one-night Zoom party or something like that, or, you know, just having a few people over at your neighbor's house for some wine and hors d'oeuvres, and bring your Zaya. So there's ways that you can make it happen in just a day instead of carrying the party over 3 or 4 days. Or even if you do an online party, you can shorten it up. There's no rules to how you do it. Just make it fit into what works for them. So okay, Katie, I'm going to turn it back over to you. If there's anything you want to add to that, you can do that.
No, that's great. I'm glad you went over all that because I find it a little overwhelming too. It's a lot. I think the main idea is that they want us to be really active in parties right now. And parties are the lifeblood of our business. So they're rewarding us superfluously this month. Okay, guys, I want to talk today about, I'm calling it Power Half Hour because I actually find the half hour version more effective than the Power Hour version. So I've been doing these Power Half Hours for the last month or so with my first level reps. And I feel stupid that I haven't been doing it before now because they're so awesome and effective and simple. And it's like, what have I been doing all this time? Why was I not doing these regularly with everyone? So I just wanted to do a little training, and Monica has a cute PowerPoint later for her thing. So I was like, well, I'm going to make a little PowerPoint because that's a really good idea. I think that sometimes it's easy to zone out when we're just talking. So I've got some words that I'm going to put on the screen. It is not fancy or cute, but for those of you that are visual, maybe this will be helpful. So let me find my thingy. And it's very short. Present. Okay. Monica, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. All right, you guys. So Power Half Hour. That's a great first slide. Let's go to the next one. What is it? This is a super effective and efficient way to work your business. You guys, everyone has half an hour a day. Half an hour. And by the time you're done, you're like, I got work done. I got my work done. Now, will you still maybe have emails to check and maybe you want to do another post on social? Sure. But if you have really, really limited time, which we all do, I think especially in the summer, this is just a really great way to still get your work in. It can be customized to your schedule. So if you have like one day you have a little more time, you could do a Power Hour instead of a Power Half Hour. Or if one day you're really short on time, you could do a Power 15 minutes. It can really be customized. You can do it by yourself. You can do it with a partner on, at a coffee shop. I think I saw some of you girls doing this. You can do it with your team via Zoom. That's what I've been doing, and that's really lovely. But you can also do it on your own. But the main reason why I want to talk to you about this today is because it's duplicatable. And when we're talking to people about joining our team, no one wants to come in and work 60 or 70 hours a week. No one wants that. So this is like actually showing people, showing you, showing me how we can get our work done in a really short time. Everyone wants to work smarter, not harder. And that's what this is. So when anything you do in your business, you need to be thinking, is it duplicatable? Like, yes, you guys are really hard workers. And there are some of you that like, you can work at all hours of the day and you can grind it out and you can pull in $20,000 months and all this crazy stuff. But if you can't duplicate down, it doesn't really matter. So, but this is duplicatable. All right. All you just need a little bit of uninterrupted time. But this one's funny because today when I was doing this, I was interrupted like 4 times with kids. So it's fine. We're fine, but try to make it like a set thing where you like, okay, this is the time when I'm going to do this. The TV's off, my phone is, only being used for business or whatever. Try to make it uninterrupted. A notebook is helpful. So I think if you can have a notebook devoted just to this, I think it's really helpful. But these names that you're going to write down, and I'll talk through that in a minute, you don't have to keep these names forever and ever. It's just so that when you go to do your Power Hour and you do your follow-ups, you can use the list to follow back with those people. And then a timer. So your phone is great. Okay. The way I've been doing it is typically these 3 sections. Now you can customize this a little bit, but the first section is follow-ups. The second section is new conversations, and the third is social media. So I'm going to break those down. So follow-ups. This is explicitly for the goal of either booking a future party or getting the person you're talking to the next phase in joining your team. So what that means is you're not just following up saying, did you like your pants? Yeah, I love them. Okay, great. Let me know if you want to place another order. That's not helping you. So this follow-up is, I'm so glad that you loved your pants. I have an opening next week for a party. It's a great way to get some more free gear. Would you like that spot? That's what these follow-ups are. They're super intentional. So I would say that not all of my follow-ups would be the right kind of follow-up to fit into this category. Some people aren't going to respond. Some people, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like some just aren't ready for that. Do you want to book a party? These are the ones that are like gonna book a party because they have ordered several times, or their response is, I just absolutely love it, or they're watching you and engaging with you. You guys know. Okay, so that's the follow-up section. This one is usually like fun and fast. So set your timer for 10 minutes, and we've been making the goal of sending 5 follow-up messages in that 10 minutes. And most of us tend to get like around 4. So 5 is kind of a good push goal. New conversations is the second section, and I think this one's the hardest because you have to dig a little bit. So this would be helpful if you came to the Power Hour with a list of people that you wanted to start conversations with. That might be helpful, but I don't think you have to do that. One thing that some of us have been doing is looking through our VIP group on Facebook and looking at the people who have never ordered. You know, they're in there, maybe they've commented, but they've never ordered. Reaching out to them and offering them free shipping, or, you know, your discount, or $10 off for the week, or something like that, I think is a great conversation starter, and you're not really losing any money when you're not going beyond your discount. Another way that I do this is I go to any posts I've made about the business or about my clothes, and I look at who has liked it or interacted with it. And if there are people there that I haven't been talking to, I'll send them a message and just say something like, thanks for your support on my post. I'm offering all new customers $10 off any order this week, or something like that. That seems to be a good way for me to get into into conversation with them. Because you're offering them something. I know another one, like Charmaine trained on this a while ago. She'll go through people's birthdays and offer them a $10 coupon. So just a way to start some new conversations. That's the goal of this 10 minutes. And again, we do, like, the goal is 5. If you get 4 or 3, that's great, but they're new conversations. And these new conversations can be potential follow-ups down the road. Like maybe the following week, you look back at your new conversations. If they've gone anywhere, then you can follow back up. Okay, and then one thing I didn't say about the last slide, the follow-ups, what was I gonna say? Oh, and Monica's gonna kind of tie this all together. If there's an event coming up in the calendar, such as a Discover Zaya, or today we even did the team call, those follow-ups, talking to people about getting to those things, is a really, really great follow-up. So it would be maybe somebody you've talked to before about the business. They were interested in the business. And you circle back and you say, hey, I just wanted to follow back up with you. We had talked about you becoming a rep. We actually have a team call tonight. You're welcome to jump on and get a feel for the team and what we do and the vibe. Would you like the link? That's a great follow-up. So you're giving them a next step. When you follow up with people specifically about the business, you want to just take them to the next step. It's not start to finish like that. It's taking them on a journey with you. Hardly anyone says yes like that. Most people don't, okay? Most people are slower. So you're just taking them to the next step. It's like a bus stop. The first bus stop is this invite, and then it's this, and then it's this. So I just wanted to point that out. Another one to follow up to and to get people to is the new rep training. I use that a lot. And then of course, Discover Zaya, and Monica's going to cover that a little bit, how to jazz up your network. Okay, so this third block is my favorite. Some people like it the least. It's social media. So we have been building Instagram stories during story sequences during these 10 minutes. And I find them really, really helpful. We should probably be doing this, several times a week, but life and, there's so much going on all the time. So this is just a way to be really intentional about talking about what we do as reps, because I think sometimes we get, I'm going to see your faces now. I think sometimes we get, we just assume that everybody knows what we're doing, like we sell activewear, duh, everyone should know that, but not everyone does. And so I think once in a while, going in your stories and being really obvious. Hey, did you guys know I'm a rep for an activewear company? Picture of your face, and then the yes, no. Okay, so that's the first story. The next one is maybe a picture of your closet or something. I actually get paid to wear and share amazing activewear. It's amazing. Next slide. I started a year ago, and these are the ways it's blessed my family. Next slide. So do you see how we're kind of building a story? We're not just putting one graphic up that's like, be a rep, and then peace out. It's a story. It's something that people are interested in watching. So we've been doing that in 10 minutes, and I love that because I think if we spend too much longer than that on it, it's not going to benefit us. 10 minutes is the perfect amount of time. In, post, boom, done. One that I did today, and I kind of shared with the people we were doing it with today, was I just posted a graphic, the cute graphic that Carson, Monica's daughter, made for our call on our Instagram. I took that graphic and I just said, hey, we're having a team call. Does anybody want in on it? No one said yes. That's not the point. No one said yes, just so you guys know, literally no one. I voted yes. That was the vote on my poll. That is not the point. It's top of brain, you're trying to stay at the forefront of people's minds. So when they do want to start a business, or they do want a discount, or they do want a community, they think about you. So it's not about the immediate yes. And quite honestly, the Power Hour, that's kind of a really great point about the whole thing. It's not immediate action. It's not like you're doing this and you're going to come away with all these sales and all these reps and da da da. It's just seed planting. It's just planting the seeds and being consistent and being intentional about your business. Okay, any questions about that before we move on to Monica? I hope I didn't miss anything. Did I miss anything, Monica?
No, I think you got it. I do agree with you that most people's least favorite part is the social media.
Sometimes I say, if you've done stories recently, you could do a post in good job, Megan. You could do a post in your VIP group, or you could, it doesn't have to be a story sequence, but I really like that one. I was going to say one more thing. So I want you guys, your action item after this call is to figure out when you're going to do your next Power Half Hour. Is this something you're going to commit to doing every morning? You're going to wake up at 5 and knock it out? Or are you going to do it with your team 2 nights a week? Or are you going to do it with your team once a week, and then you're going to do it these other times? This is how you build a business. These are the business activities. So get it on your calendar, make sure you're being intentional about your work, and we'd love to hear how it's going for you too. Okay, Monica, I think I need to make you the host now.
Yes, probably.
Okay.
All right, let me see if I can share. I'm gonna make this. All right, Katie, can you see that?
Yes.
All right. Look at all those beautiful faces. That's the last time we were all together. I am just so excited for Summit in August to see all you guys again and get another picture like this, because they are special. So I know, especially during the summer, Discover Zaya opportunity calls can get a little scarce because people are super duper busy. And Katie and I have kind of noticed that they're kind of, the attendance on these calls is kind of falling off, and we really want to get you guys all engaged in them again. because they are super important, you know, for our business and getting what we do as reps out there to new people. And so in the business coaching mastermind class that I'm in, we've been talking a lot about these opportunity calls and just really selling them and presenting them to the team and getting everybody on board with them again. So I'm going to, let's see, I may have to move this. Okay. This little face thing is in my way everywhere. You can't see me moving it around, can you? Okay.
No.
All right, I guess I'll put it in the middle or something. Oh, there we go, it's on the bottom now. Okay, so our next opportunity call or Discover Zaya call is going to be June 24th at 7:30. So make sure that you all add this to your calendar. The call is usually about 30 minutes. Katie and I will host the call, and we will post the Zoom link about a week before the call. Katie will put it in the newsletter. Okay. Now I lost me, there we go. So you might, like I said, you might have some objections to these calls because a lot of times they don't work, like your people don't show up or, you know, that's the biggest thing. They say they're gonna show up, but they don't show up or you can't get people invited to them. So we're just gonna talk about a few of the objections. If you're frustrated in your business, that comes across with these calls because you're just not doing anything, you're not inviting, you're just like, it doesn't work. Same, yeah. Do you feel the business isn't working anymore, so you don't want to participate? Do you feel like you show up on these calls? Do you feel like you can't show up on these calls because it's summer and you have family obligations? That is a huge one, and I understand. It's super busy. There's games, there's all sorts of activities. Kids aren't in school, so they're up late, they're at friends' houses. But it's one night, it's 30 minutes. So you need to put it on your calendar and you need to make it a priority for your business. If you want to grow your business, you need to show up and you know, just like you would for any other appointment. Again, I'll bring people, but they'll never join. Again, if you think that, that's what's going to happen. Our thoughts create our results. So if you have that mindset, you're right. Nobody is going to join. Nobody is going to show up for these calls. So we're going to talk a little bit about self-belief and belief in, you know, believing in these calls that they do work if you show up and you put some time into it. How often do you invite people last minute to these calls and not get a good response? And I will say I am guilty about this. I'll sometimes invite a day or two before the call and nobody shows up. And that's because I invited a day or two before the call. So we have a plan that we're going to help you guys, a new strategy to help get more people to these calls. But you need to set a goal. Like if we're going to do this for you, somebody needs in. If we're going to do this, then we need a commitment from you guys that you are going to try to get 3 people to the call. So what belief do I need to get 3 people to the call? I can't get 3 people to the call. It's, you know, you might be thinking that because you've never been able to get 3 people to the call, but just because you've never been able to do it before doesn't mean that you can't do it this time. You know, you have to, again, it's all about your thoughts and how you feel. If you think that you can do it and you say that you can do it, you'll be able to get those people to the call. So you just really have to believe in the call, that the call will work if you can get people there. You know, Katie and I obviously have been in the business for a while now, and we've been able to have a lot of success, and we've been able to help a lot of people get success. And so, you know, we are going to do the call for you. So if you have people that are interested or kind of interested, you know, just really share it with them and sell this call to them and tell them, you know, I'll kind of in the next slide or two, we're going to talk about, you know, different ways to get them to the call. Okay, so how we partner with you, how do we help you? So we're going to give you a 7-day posting schedule, content, prep content and be consistent. Show up 7 days in your stories and post prior to the date of the event. So The event is the 24th. So starting on the 17th, you're going to start posting every day up into the event. This over here, we're going to actually go through each one of these in the slides coming up, but we will definitely share this with you guys. Pick 20 people on social media that you have things in common with and intentionally comment on their posts. Engage in their stories for the next, it's going to be about 16 days before our call. So you're going to start doing this tomorrow. You can look by hashtags, you can people that you've liked or commented before that you have stuff in common with. The more that you comment on their posts, the more you comment in their stories, you are going to keep showing up in their feed. So when you get ready to post these, a post every day, 7 days before the event, they're going to see those. And that's who you want to see. You want them to be curious about what you're doing. Like I said, Katie and I will do the call for you. You just need to invite your people. And then after your prospect joins, you need to connect them with the latest new rep training video and our website to get them started off right. We don't want to have them join and then just leave them hanging. You have to have a plan in place. And another thing that we talked about, which I didn't go into this, but it is kind of neat or fun. Some people are doing it when they have these calls and then they have, let's say we can get 10 people that ended up joining from this call, actually putting them all into like a group chat together or a Facebook group together. So they can all kind of learn at the same pace. They're all in there together. They can bounce ideas off each other. Sometimes they might connect and maybe want to, do things, run a team together or run a web, a page together or whatever it is. But it puts them all together in the same boat, and it just makes them feel more comfortable and, having each other to lean on and help. Okay, so 7 days of social. Post 1. Capture interest or create curiosity. So 5 things I wish I knew or 5 things I learned about myself since I started Zaya. So this is just, you can do bullet points, you can do it however you want, but you need to make sure that it is a picture of you that you do with this. We're not using stock photos, anything like that. It has to be a picture of you. And this is something that you can post on Instagram or Facebook, and then also post in your story. Maybe do it like Katie said, like a sequence or something like that. And another great thing on Instagram is also to do like a slide of, 5 things I wish I knew, or 5 things, or whatever, 5 things I learned about myself since I started Zaya is your first one. And then you do another slide like my self-confidence has grown, I've been able to pay for whatever it is. You're going to do that on a different slide, the 5 things, and that will keep your audience, on your page a little bit longer. Post 2, present problem and solution. What are the problems the audience might feel? So summer camp, road trips, vacation, debt. What are your plans for financial flexibility? Make sure that you say in your posts, if this is for you, that it might be worth exploring an e-commerce business. So you're going to talk about that. And then if they're having any of these problems, like struggling with paying for sports camp or whatever it is, then that's where you at the end of it, if this is you, then you might be worth exploring an e-commerce business. So that is the solution for them. All right, post 3, 5 days prior, invitation to be curious and investigate. So create the invitation. Why now? Why is now the time that they should join Zaya? And then you can make a post about that. Or who is this best for? A stay-at-home mom who wants to be part of a community, or that wants to make extra money so she doesn't have to go back to work. Why explore now? E-commerce businesses are just on fire right now, and people are loving the flexibility or whatever it is. Just remember that you're bringing the most qualified, which means you're going to have a better close rate. So you are talking, you are talking to people in your niche. You are talking to people that you want on your team. You don't want just anybody on your team. You want the people that you want to work with, that want it like you want it, that you have stuff in common with, that you can relate to, that are hard workers, that want the business. You don't want just get somebody in there that's like, you know, whatever, I don't know if this is for me. I mean, we want people that are qualified to do what we're doing. All right, so this is post 4, addressing objections of coming to the call. So what if I'm busy? What if I don't have a big social media following? So all of those, I mean, we hear that all the time. So in your post, you're going to talk about what if I'm busy? Well, that's awesome. I'm busy too. Like I still work, you know, 20 hours a week, and I, you know, help run a team of over 3,500 reps. Like I get it. And that's great. And I'm still able to do it. So you're going to kind of talk about that in your post, why this business model works. So this business model works for me because I can choose my hours, I can choose what I make, I am always at my kids' activities, I can take as many vacations as I want, I get to outsource the things that don't bring me joy. So, you know, that is, you know, something that you can say, what if I'm busy, or, you know, and then you address, you know, give them the reason why it will still work. What if I don't have a big social media following? Well, I started and I think I had, I don't even know, maybe 600 followers on Instagram. And to this day, I don't even have 2,000. So it's quite possible to grow a big business with having a very small social media following. And I don't even post on social media. So that's even, I'm getting better. I'm getting better. But you can say, you know, at the end of it, this call is just for you to investigate and explore to see if this is a good fit for you. For where you are in your life now. So that's kind of how you can put that little blurb at the end. And obviously make it your own. These are just kind of giving you a little template of what you can say. Post 5, 3 days prior, sell the call, talk about the call. Just like I'm trying to, you know, sell this to you and how important it is, this is what you're going to do in your social media. You're going to talk about the call, you're going to sell it. You sell the call to people. We offer a no pressure Zoom call for you to come learn and get questions answered to see if this is a good fit. Your most common questions will be answered, like, what if I've done this before and it hasn't worked? What if I'm a homeschooling mom? What if I work 9 to 5? So you're going to make a post addressing those, you know, those questions, and just kind of talk about on the call. We're going to, you know, my upline is going to, you know, talk about, you know, how this business has worked for her, even though she works a 9 to 5 or whatever it is. Okay, and then post 6 and 7 is the day, 2 days before and the day before the event. You're going to talk about the call itself, post call reminder details. You just, you know, say, hey, I'd love to invite you to this call, no pressure. You can totally say no, but I think this would be awesome for you to check out. You know, this call will help you determine what's best for you, see if this business is a good fit for you too. Again, you must show your face in your post to build trust. If you don't, it takes 2 to 3 times longer to build that trust. So they want to see your pretty faces. You know, use your stories. Like Katie said, just, you know, talking about, she was the only one that answered her polls, but, you know, if you start doing this, you know, enough time before the event, by the time you get to this post, you might have people that are like, yeah, I want to come. I want to see what this is all about. And then we want people to feel invited, but not obligated. You know, I'm inviting you because list the reasons why, and then, you know, why it might help them, list the problem. I want you to feel invited, but not obligated to come, which is why I wanted to connect with you about this opportunity. So we're just giving you the framework message, but no scripting. Try to make it your own, because people can sense that when you're talking to them, when you're in your stories, when you're making posts. They can tell if it's not your own words. So does anybody have questions about that? I know that was a lot. We will definitely, oh yes, we will definitely share them, Heather. We'll probably put it in the website, and then we can probably post it in the team page too. But so the importance is just talk about it in plenty of time before the actual call. And I know we're all guilty of that, and I am super guilty of it. And so this time around, I'm gonna try this strategy. I'm gonna start posting. I'm gonna start talking about it. And I would love to see everybody try that, and we'll see how it turns out. I'm hoping we can pack the house and have a full call, and Katie and I will actually do our hair maybe and some makeup.
I was gonna
We
say
gotta
this is
Yeah.
a lot of pressure.
No, we need to show up and be ready to go.
Okay. And you have to know your name, and we maybe need to worry about the dog. Look at my
Well, I don't know.
face.
We probably can't do it at my house because Lila will be in here. But yes, we've forgot each other's names before. Actually, I called myself Katie, and she also mocked. Like so we promise
We'll bring our A game.
we'll bring our A game. We'll bring our A game. But you guys just need to get them there, and we will do it for you. And then yeah, that's all there is to it. Is just starting to post at least 7 days before to talk about it. And I've seen other girls in the mastermind, they've been posting stuff, and they are just in awe. They started this, like their opportunity calls are before ours. So they've already started it, and their teams, they're loving it. They're super engaged. They're posting like crazy. So I would love for you guys to feel that too, and want to do it. Because I think it'll be fun if we can get a bunch of people there and get some, especially in June where you get that bonus. Let's take advantage of that. So
It's such a good framework. I think people really like having something to hold on to and guide them a little bit.
I agree too, and I feel that way too. I loved seeing that. I loved having Kristen talk about this and giving us some direction on what we can share with our teams. And so yeah, I'm excited to try it.
Yay. Well, thank you. That was great.
Hey, Brittany. Love it. Awesome. Okay, guys, have a great night, and we will see you, I guess. We have nothing next week.
Let's see. We have a leadership call next Thursday, and then next team call is the 21st at 7:30, and then that Thursday, the 24th, is our Discover Zaya.
Make sure you put that Discover Zaya on your calendar. Make sure you show up. We're holding you to it.
Yay.
Awesome.
All right.
Okay,
Thanks,
guys.
everybody.
Good night.
Bye, guys.